Well. Here I am. I'm actually a couple minutes early, a couple seconds early today. I don't know how I did that, huh? So how's everybody doing? I only got a couple of things that make any sense that I want to talk about. I'd like to continue the one of the stories yesterday about the missile defense system being depleted. Uh, I'm assuming they're talking about what's on board ships and stuff like that, not what's protecting the country itself, but you never know. Uh, this is about going to war in the technological era where we have all these advanced missiles and stuff like this, and Russia's got these hypersonic missiles that you can't stop. They're using them in the Ukraine. They're too fast. The equipment isn't able to adjust to it. I personally think that there's more to this story than meets the eye. We spend billions on defense. And if our equipment is so far advanced that we can't keep up with the production level if we start to use it, why do we start to use it in the first place? Oh, I know. They didn't want to kill civilians in the beginning, but they ended up killing kids in a school anyhow. And based upon that information, they aimed for the damn school. If you believe everything you want to hear. So we have tons of conventional weapons. That's what I'm being told. But we're not going to use them. We're only going to use these high-tech billion-dollar weapons in what isn't a real war, so that we can't defend against a real war. And Trump's splitting the gasket over who said this. He's going after the news media. Somebody had to tell the news media, and he wants to find out who leaked it. And I guarantee you the leaks came out of the Department of War, because he treats his people so bad. When Hegseth doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut. He's proven that time and time again. And Trump is proving it. Trump gets up there and says shit he shouldn't say. He admitted to the fact while blowing his gaskets that everything everybody was saying about the depletion of our sophisticated armament defense system is true. You dumb shit, keep your mouth shut and let people speculate. Don't give them the ammunition. You're just everybody over there is so, I don't know. They want their name in the paper all the time or something. I don't know. The only time I want to see Trump and Hegseth and Vance and all these other guys in the newspapers and arrest records. That's all. I don't know. I mean, you've got a guy that's getting rid of generals in the middle of a conflict. You never do that. Well, I shouldn't say you never do that. That's not right. They did it in World War II. Eisenhower did it. But, Hegseth does it because he doesn't like the guy. He doesn't have a real reason. I'm very tired today. But I don't know what's going to happen out there anymore. I can't keep up with all this garbage that's going on. It's sad. It really is. We have people that aren't capable of doing the jobs they're assigned to. You've got, in the education, you got the wife of the WWE executive. You have people that are racist, biased, gender bias, racist, uh, absolutely unbelievably loyal to Trump, being put into positions that require a certain amount of neutrality to be effective. And they're not effective. They're not being neutral, and they're not effective. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen to the country. I really don't. It's just horrible, 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 horrible situation. And it's just not that. I mean, we have one situation after that. All right, that takes care of the political, well, not the political, but it takes care of the war side of things. Then you got to look at the water situation. Lake Mead has never been this low in history. Lake Mead's where the Hoover Dam is. Okay, I've been there. That's a massive dam with a massive amount of water behind it. This is not good. It's great for fishermen, but it's not good for human beings. There's going to be water shortages, and they're coming. We haven't even reached peak fire season yet. There has to be some studying done on how to effectively fight fires, forest fires, what they call wildfires, forest fires, whatever you want to call them, that are burning our forests and whatnot, more effectively than what we're doing. We have to have the equipment to be able to do it. The states don't have it. The federal government doesn't want to give it to them. Getting rid of manpower really helped a lot, Donald. You're really right up there. All he's looking for is ways to get more money into the Treasury that he can steal or put to tax refunds for the rich or something like that. He doesn't care about anything else. The environment's of no concern to him. If his buildings start collapsing, then maybe he'll, because of weather or something like that, maybe he'll say something, but I doubt it. Trump knows he's at the end of his life. He doesn't care. He's also got that adult attention deficit going on. I don't know how to explain it any differently. He's just really doesn't care much about anything. And those two items, I think are, right up there with his don't care. All right, I had a sports article this morning. This is something I wasn't 100% aware of. I thought there were tests that they did on people before they got into the WNBA, but apparently this Griner woman they're claiming is a man. And she's been going around beating up people, especially Caitlin Clark, for a while now, and the referees aren't calling the fouls. I saw a couple of the plays. I'm not sure, 100% sure that who instigated what. Some of them, you have to watch very, very carefully. I'm not on the court, and the video is only one angle. You don't know what was, and you can't hear what was being said, so you really don't know. Sometimes you say things are said before foul, and you give fouls both ways, a technical on one side, a personal on the other, or something like that, but they don't do that. I think Caitlin Clark's a good player. I don't know if she's a good person, but she's a good player. Sophie Cunningham, I think, is a good person, a good player, a very smart lady, very outspoken, and she's getting a lot of blame for what's going on between Caitlin and Griner in the league. If what they're saying is true, Griner's not getting the calls against Caitlin. Why is that? Why are you letting a superstar? What does the superstar do that they don't like? Apparently, she must have gone against management in some case, some position or something, which I'm not aware of. But that's, this is like a cat fight now. This is getting ridiculous. Somebody's going to get hurt really, really bad. They're going to find, if Griner is a man, supposedly there's a leaked DNA test. Supposedly there's a lot of stuff going on that we're not aware of completely, or that may or may not be true. Whether she's a male or female makes no difference. She's a dirty player. And not like Rodman was when he played for Detroit. She's just a she she's just violent, and somebody's going to get hurt really bad. Somebody's going to lose an eye. Somebody's going to have their season or their career ruined by this woman. If this woman doesn't get ruined by somebody who loses their temper, it's just a matter of time, and this has to stop. People like that shouldn't be allowed in sports. Females are males. Okay, there have been some horrible football players that I forgot. Was it wasn't Detroit? I think St. Louis had a player on a offensive or defensive line was considered the dirtiest player in football. You can't play football if that's your reputation. You shouldn't play any sport if you're labeled as the dirtiest player in the sport. How do you not get thrown out of games? How do you not just walk on the court and that's it? You're out. You know, their mere presence creates problems. Oh, but it's entertainment. Well, if it's entertainment, pay them as entertainers, not athletes. Go to the WWE and get their contracts or those kind of contracts, which are basically entertainment contracts. Instead of athletic contracts. It's just say it for entertainment purposes only. And let's cut the crap, because I think that this is reaching a level. Like I said, somebody is going to get seriously injured, and then it's too late to do anything about it. At that point in time, it's not relevant anymore. I don't know enough about Caitlin's personality, what she does, with herself. I mean, is she a nice person? I really don't know. I like watching the WNBA because it's something to watch at night. And the NBA is harder to find on TV down here. A good game. It's always nice. You watch, and I watched this girl. She can shoot there's not guys that can shoot like that. She's great, just a great basketball player. And they do a lot of they dribble the ball, they drive to the basket much more than the NBA does, I think. So they're more exciting to watch. So I watch it. But now I'm getting upset about it because if she's on and they're playing Griner and she's playing against Griner, that's not a game, that's a war. It shouldn't be allowed to happen. But anyhow, I digress from everything, but who cares? So, where am I? My little guy needs to be sanded and cleaned up, but he's getting there and painted and everything. But it's not bad. It's my problem. If you look at it, is here's the middle of it. This side's one way, this side's another side. It's just in the wood. You got to spray it with water. You can't carve it. It's horrible wood. Got to see if I can get a different wood the next time I order wood. But I got some more wood here, but it's probably all dried out now because it's been here so long. It's my problem. But it takes me twice as long to carve, 3 times the time it should take me to carve something with this wood. So, I'm trying to do a garden, mushroom garden, and this guy's got to be in the middle of it. So I may have to do another one after this, but whoa! Hello, how are you? How's everything? Lucy woke up. I'm also in the middle of washing all my bed stuff. Got to get the Lucy's bed stuff next. She's not going to like that. She's not going to be able to sleep in her bed tonight. So tough, life is life. I got to clean stuff. She peed in the floor this morning in the living room. She shouldn't have done that. Ruby saw it and she flipped out. She loses her mind about everything, She hates Lucy, and I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but I'm going to do something soon. I don't want Lucy to suffer because she's an idiot. You know what I mean? So, it's Friday. The weekend's coming, guys. Are you ready for this or what? You know? What do you think Trump will do to screw up this weekend? I don't know. Anyway, I'll be around tomorrow. Uh, Trying to talk about other things besides missile defenses and water shortages. And there's no good news. You know, there used to be a thing on one of the news channels that I watched. They would always come out with a good news story. You know, I don't think they could find one now. I think that good news just it's hard to it's hard to find. You have to look at animal rescue and stuff like that to find a good story now. But anyhow, that's it. I'm gone. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day. Stay out of trouble, everybody.